So in this video, we're going to be focusing on the neck and the shoulder region. So if you're experiencing any tension, pain or stiffness in this region, whether that's from longer hours kind of sat at a desk, whether it's coming from stress or that poor posture, this video is going to be for you. So let's first take a look at what's going on around that region, look at the muscles, the movements, and then we'll go into some exercises that's going to help you relieve some of that tension, some of that pain that you might be getting. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot of muscles at play when it comes to that kind of neck and shoulder region. So with the neck, for example, we're going to need muscles like the trapezius that run along the back, the sternocleidomastoid, and even the levator scapulae, which basically help with stabilizing the neck as you go through these normal movements. If any of these become tight or they become overworked or painful, that's going to affect that range of movement that you do have in the neck. When we drop down into that kind of shoulder region, all these muscles are there to basically help to stabilize the shoulder so that we can do these big arm movements. Not only that, they all help build that kind of good posture. So if you're working a desk job, for example, a lot of the muscles at the front can become quite tight and quite short because the shoulders tend to roll forward, which means the shoulder blades are coming forward. And because of that, then we start to get tightness, stiffness, tension, and again, all that mobility of the arm, the shoulders, and the neck will start to be hindered. So now that we kind of have a basic overview of all the different muscles that are working together to help stabilize and provide mobility in the back and the neck, let's go straight into some stretches and some general light mobility exercise that we can do to get everything moving more effectively. So we're going to start off at the neck region. Now with the neck region, what we have flexion and extension, we have lateral flexion, and we also have rotation. So we're going to go through all them different movements, but we need to make sure that we're doing them right. So the first thing first is that flexion and extension. So you might find that if you're somebody that has this forward head posture, you might find that when you do flexion, you start to get pain in the back of the neck as it's stretching. So what we can do is just bring the chin in and do flexion extension from here. Okay, the next one we've got is lateral flexion, which is just bringing the ear to the shoulder. Again, when people have lack of mobility, they'll tend to hitch up the shoulders like this. You want to keep your shoulders nice and loose, lateral flexion, and you want to feel that nice stretch on either side. The next one is rotation, left to right. Okay, these are the three movements that we need to be doing for mobility every single day. If you can do this throughout the day 3 times a day, 10 each side, 10 extension, 10 lateral flexion. The next exercise I'm going to give you, which is really good for building the muscles in the back of the neck and to get a bit of a stretch, is called a chin tuck. So what we don't want is flexion. What we want is to keep looking forward, place your 2 fingers on your chin, and you're going to tuck your chin in and relax. Tuck your chin in and relax. Again, with that, we're looking for about 3 sets of 10. You can spread them out throughout the day. Last one is a nice gentle stretch, which is going to stretch all down the side of your neck here. So you're going to place your hand on the side of your head, hand on the back, and then we're going to gently stretch. And then you just swap sides, gently stretch the other side. So for mobility and just general kind of stretching in that area, we don't want to push through pain. If you're becoming quite fatigued doing this, we can spread them out throughout the day as well. But the more mobile you are, the more that you're doing this mobility and this stretching exercises, the more effectively you're going to be able to move, and it's going to release some of that tension that you do have in that neck region. So next we're going to go on to the shoulder region. So with the shoulder region, obviously there's a lot more movements that we're going to get. So the first one is any kind of arm movement that we do is going to be coming from that shoulder, but it's also going to be coming from the scapular movement as well. So what we're going to do is start with the scapula, which is your shoulder blades. So first of all, we're going to stretch forwards as much as we can. And what that does is it pulls the scapula forward, nice big stretch. And then we're going to bring the elbows back and try and pinch the elbows together. And then you're going to stretch forward again. And what this is doing, again we can go for 10 repetitions, is it's getting that scapula in protraction and retraction. So pulling forward and back. Okay? The next one that the scapula does that helps with is elevation and depression. So we want to bring the shoulders up and we're going to go for big circles, okay? So you come in all the way around for 10 and then you can come backwards for 10. And again, it's going to get that scapula moving, everything gets more mobile and you're going to feel a lot more loose. The next one we're going to do is reaching up as high as we can and back down. So stretch it up and down. Again, if we can go for 10, we're just getting that mobility through the shoulders. And the next one we have is abduction. So bringing your arms out to the side and back down. You can come as high as you can. Again, if any of this is bringing on pain, don't push through pain. We're just trying to get mobility and a bit of flexibility in the shoulder region. And then the last one is in external and internal rotation. So if you take your thumbs, point them away, keep your elbows tucked in, you're going to come to the side and then back, to the side and back. And you should feel that a little bit on the back of your shoulder. Okay? Generally, all this is going to help again with that flexibility and that mobility of the shoulder. So now we're going to look at a few different stretches that we can do. So with your left hand, if you bring it forward, come across the body. With your right hand, you're going to gently pull back and you're going to feel that nice stretch here across the shoulder. We can do that on both sides. The other one you can do is you place your hands on the top of your bum and you slowly try and pinch your elbows together. And that's going to stretch out all this chest region here. And then the final one is just a really big stretch, as high as you can. Big stretch, and that's going to stretch out all down your lats and your shoulders and your back. Now remember, with these exercises, you don't want to be pushing through pain. These should be very gentle, kind of easy exercises to do, because we're only working on that mobility at the minute. So if you are experiencing any pain, any tension, any stiffness, these kind of things are going to be helping to release that. And then we can start progressing with your exercises moving forward. So let me know how your neck and shoulders are feeling after giving this a try. And if you need any other help, please comment below and we can tackle it together.